We made it to 10,000 subscribers. I think I have to update you a bunch of things because it has been a while and we're having to celebrate 10,000 subscribers, right? So let me move the cars around. Since I got the car back and the truck, the new truck, I never put those two together. So let's do this and we're gonna talk. I need cats. I know you guys are excited to see what the thumbnail is about. I took the car to Times Square, but stick around, we're gonna get there. You're gonna understand, you gotta understand the complete story. 10,000 subscribers, we made it, and I have to say thank you to you, because without you it would be impossible. Getting to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube is like pretty crazy, especially the way I think I do. Like, I don't build crazy stuff. I know the Corvette's kind of crazy, but I just want to say thank you. If you subscribe, if you give a like, if you comment, if you send me a message of any kind, I would really want to say thank you so much for your support until here. As you guys know, I started the channel with my 2017 Colorado that I got brand new. Here we are, almost 5 years later. We are here, completely different setup where I started. I started on my previous house, and now I have a garage. We did my garage. So many stuff happens on this 10,000 subscribers journey that, you know, I'm very thankful. I'm very glad that I got the chance to do this. It wasn't easy. I thought about giving up a bunch of times. I thought about, you know, just screw it, let's change everything, I'm not doing this anymore. And but hey, we made it, and that's how life it is. You gotta, you know, overcome every single thing that shows up on your way. And I think pretty much that's how my channel is, because as you guys know, I don't do this full time, but I love to do things on my car, truck, garage. As I said, I need to bring you guys up to speed what's going on the channel, because it has been a while. Let's start with the truck, right? The truck, as you see, it's my daily driver. I love this thing to death though. Like, the difference between the Colorado and the Silverado high country. I know I went from Colorado to a high country, which is a big step up, but it's unbelievable. Like, the way it drives, how comfortable it is, crazy. But I know you guys want to know, well, if I'm not gonna do anything. So I start with the cleanup of the bed. I'm still planning to do the entire paint correction on it. So I don't know if you guys remember, I had like a pinstripe going throughout the truck, like from the door until the end of the bed. So I removed that. Now I'm getting ready to do a paint correction, but before getting the truck paint corrected, I gotta get my pressure washer set up. That's where the truck is sitting right now. I don't know if I'm gonna do a lift. I really want to do a lift. I'm actually looking for wheels and tires, and so I don't think I can drive a truck on the stock form for that long. This time I want to do everything I think I should have done different on the Colorado. For example, if I get a lift, I want to powder coat it, the entire lift kit. I want to do a color matching, but I think right now the next step is doing the paint correction and ceramic coat, because my Colorado wasn't ceramic coat and it was bad. The other thing is I'm gonna do an undercoat. I bought everything I needed. I think this truck was leaving Maryland before my ownership, and now it's time to make sure that it's protected. I didn't do that on my Colorado as well. I don't know if you guys remember, every time I was going underneath of my Colorado with spray to make sure that there's no rust. I know the truck is not that old, but again, the winter here is very brutal, so I might just do a entire coat underneath to make sure it's protected. And I visit a couple of months later, you know, every winter, just make sure there's no rust, because you're gonna have a rust. If you leave on the Northeast, you're gonna have a rust. Doesn't matter what, doesn't matter how new your truck is or not. So it's up to you to take care of it. But that's what the truck is. It's all about. Not much going on there, but a lot come. I'm saving money for the lift and the wheels and tires this time. As I said, I want to do a nicer lift, which is gonna be a little bit of more money, actually a lot of money, but we'll do like I did it with the Corvette. I'll just save the money. I'll do on the Corvette. So you guys know I did a ceramic coat, and that has been almost like a month ago. And you're gonna ask, have you driven your car? Yes, I took out a couple times, because again, the car is on a stage. I'm testing things like to see if the wide body is gonna hold, like all the things that we change is gonna hold in place, and so on and so forth. So I took out a couple of times. Actually, I show my friends. You know, people want to hear your opinion.
I liked it better red. Can't give you that on film. I hate that.
He hate it. So the car is approved by you?
Hell yeah, 100%.
So if you, Gary, Tyler, and Ami approve the car, that means we can take to the Cars and Coffee. That's it. I took the car to my friends to see. I drove a little bit, and my brother came from Brazil after 9 years. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't post too much videos, because I want to spend time with my brother, right? 9 years. He was here for like 9 days, 10 days, I think. My goal was basically to show my brother. My brother is also into cars, but as you guys know, the life in Brazil is pretty tricky and hard. I know we think the life here in US is harder. For you to afford things like this in Brazil is like, you gotta, I feel bad. But anyway, this is another topic. So my brother came here, and I tried to show everything that I do, that I love. And he watched the channel, even though he doesn't speak English. He watched and he knows. I send him, you know, messages like, hey, that's what I did, the car, look at the car. So we kind of share a lot of each other. So I tried to spend as much time with him as possible, which was great. It was great. Dude, having family over, it's like, you know, I don't have my family next to me, and that's the hardest part of coming, of leaving my country and come here. I love US. I love my friends. I love my wife. I love the culture. You guys know I'm American in the heart, but that's the only thing I wish I could do different. It's bringing my parents and my brothers, my brother and my sister over. But it is what it is. I try to, you know, visit them as much as I can. But anyway, that's not the point. I know I went off the point, but my brother came over, so I took the car for a ride so he could feel it, how see it. He never, you know, he never drove a car like this. He never ridden a car like this. So I took a little bit, and it was fun. Curtiu? My brother drove the car and he had so much fun, so we put the car in the garage. And okay, so I was playing here with my son and my brother on the driveway, and I saw this huge rubber, which was the rubber from from the coilovers. They crack it. That's my mistake, because I should have put the coilovers on. I should have done bushings. So long story short, went and bought new ones, and that was actually good, because my brother was here. He had a chance to work on the car with me, which was so much fun. We replaced the 4 bushings, 2 each side, but to do that you got to remove the entire coilover and so on and so forth. So that was so much fun though. And me and my brother, we always had a dream to take a car to Times Square and take pictures of it. For us to do that, we had to fix it, which was great. as I said, spend time with my brother and so on and so forth. So we took the car to Times Square. We drove to Times Square, and boy, I'll tell you what a fun experience. We left here around 10 o'clock at night because I told my brother, hey, if we're gonna go, let's go at night because we avoid traffic and take some pictures if we can, because again, where you park in Times Square, right? And I know a lot of people have done this, and the reason why my brother was into it, it's because a lot of guys are bringing cars from Brazil to here, and they take to Times Square to take pictures and so on and so forth. That's why he saw it, and I saw a couple of people doing this here with supercars and so on and so forth. I just think it's remarkable, Times Square with a nice car, so why not, right? So, and it was also a good time to spend with my brother. We drove like an hour from where I live to Times Square. It's like about an hour with no traffic. Drove through the tunnel, and a lot of people say like, yeah, New York is pretty bad, my car is super low. Wasn't that bad though. So once we enter New York, the Lincoln Tunnel, you know, drops you off like around 46th Street, 47, which is Times Square. Man, the car calls so much attention. I didn't know that was the first time I took to a place where a lot of people were together, and this car just took a lot of attention. So we drove around, and I told my brother, hey, let's be prepared, because once I turn into Times Square, I'm just gonna park for like 2-3 minutes, and that's it. We're gonna take pictures and leave, right? So I turn in Times Square. There was a Suburban parked. I parked behind, and it's like you cannot park. Of course you cannot park there, I know that, but he was parked there. I think he was like a limo kind of thing, you know, a taxi service. He was parked waiting for somebody, but I think they were about to leave. So when I parked, not even parked, when I stopped behind him, he left. But there's no traffic there, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody was using that lane. That lane is kind of a dead lane, even though it's a lane. So I stopped there, you know, with like a couple seconds. A lot of people start taking pictures of the car and coming over, walking around. You know, it's New York. Nobody asks you for permission for anything, which I told my brother, let's get out, start taking pictures. So we start taking pictures. Guys came over with like professional cameras, and they offer us to take pictures and videos and so on and so forth. Look at this place though. We made it. We'll take pictures of the car, and I always want to do this, but people are like, you're crazy, too crazy. But we did it. We made it in one piece. Look at this place. Now it's like 10 o'clock. It's the best time to come here, but we made it. I don't know, maybe I'll walk around and see it, but it's crazy. It is crazy, dude. So much attention this car is calling. So much attention. So long story short, we were there for like, I look at my phone like between the pictures time. I think by the time I took the first picture to the last pictures, was like 8-9 minutes, right? And I was about to leave, and all of a sudden a cop came over to me like on my back. He was in a bad mood though. I normally don't have troubles with cops. I try to stay away, and I understand work in New York, super stressful, and you know, I understand and I appreciate their what they do for us. It's not an easy job to do. So I really appreciate it, and I try to understand as much as I can. But he was so pissed, and he came to me and he said, like, imagine, like, I think you can see here on this footage, he came to me like on my back, like, move, 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 and I started walking through the car. I didn't run anything. It's just like, okay, I'll move, you know what I'm saying? And I told my brother, let's go. For some reason he thought I was running, and I was like, I wasn't running. You can see here on this, I wasn't running. And he's like, why are you running from a cop? And then, but when he had that attitude with me, I was like, this is not true. I'm not running. So I said, I'm not running. That's what I told him. Like, I'm not running. You told me to move. You gotta decide what I should do. Should I leave or should I stay here and talk to you? And then I think he really got pissed. But long story short, he was super pissed. He's like, where do you think you can park here? I said, I'm not parked. I stop it and people start taking pictures. I was like, I wanted my picture too. And I told him, and I was super clear, like, I know I'm not right. I know I'm not supposed to park here, but as you can see, I'm not blocking anybody. I'm not disturbing the traffic. There's no traffic because myself, I just stopped, but I know I'm not right. And he goes like, man, he was super pissed. He's like, why is preventing me to ask you for your license and your registration? I was like, nothing, you want it, it's here. And then I think he got really pissed. But anyway, he tried to argument with me. I tried to be nice, but I really, as I said, I really respect the cops. But maybe he was having a bad day. I was like, I stood up for myself too, and I'm saying, like, I know I wasn't, if he wants to give him a ticket, that's fine, go ahead and give him a ticket. I know I'm not doing anything right. The only thing I was doing wrong was parking. I was parked there. To give you guys an idea, I didn't shut off the car. The car was running all the time because I was like, you know, I should be ready to leave anytime. So the car was running all the time for that 8-9 minutes, whatever it was. Ended up to be 15 because this entire conversation with the cop. But before that, me and my brother had such a good time, and that was such memories though. Such good memories that I'm gonna carry this forever. And just to see the smile on my brother's face, you know what I'm saying? Like, we came back talking, he's like, what the cop said to you? See, he was kind of afraid, and we tried to record more, but the cop kept walking with us, so we had to leave. So that was the kind of thing I did with the car. But yeah, that's the story of Times Square, and just making memories, man. Just making memories. That means everything to me. And I'm saying, like, I can look back like after 10 years and, you know, have this good memory with my brother saying like, hey, remember we went to Times Square, I had trouble. It's just like, just memories. And again, I don't advise anybody to do this. I know a lot of people do it. As I said, I'm not right. I'm not doing that right. I was not supposed to be parked there, which I wasn't. The car was still running, blinkers on, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I don't advise you to do that. If you do, it's on your own risk. But it was fun. It's the memories. Now I have the pictures, I have the memories, and yeah, that was so much fun. Besides that, I just like taking care of the car, getting the car ready for the season. I know we are in the middle of the season. I didn't take the car to any car show yet, but I did the oil change. I fixed a couple of stuff here and there because I took to a drive with my friends, and the bumper, one of the hardware on the bumper got loose. So I'm also kind of getting used to drive the car with this wide body, low as it is. I just want to make sure, you know, everything goes right. Like, can I take this car to like a track? I don't know. It's still too early to say. I'm quite sure I will at some point because that's just how I am. I like, if the car handles, I'll do it. Pretty much the only thing about a wrap car in white is like you gotta keep cleaning every time, because otherwise, like, as you see here now, it's dirty. I'm gonna wash tomorrow. The only thing now I need to do is I need to do alignment because I removed the coilovers. Now it's out of alignment. I need a new alignment, and I still have a check engine light which I need to figure out, and I want to fix that by myself, which I just don't have the time for it, but I'll fix at some point. Other than that, the car is great though. It's driving great. I don't think I have anything to complain about. Again, it's a wrap car, my first time having a wrap car, and you really have to be careful and look if any lifting spots, because if you keep lifting, then you have a problem, right? Which is wrap, you can always re-wrap the panels, but I'm just getting used to it, right? My GoPro just died, I couldn't finish. So this is pretty much an update on the channel. Everything is going on. I figure I give you guys an update because 10,000 subscribers, man. It's really hard to make to 10,000 subscribers, and I just don't want to take this for granted, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, I want to share with them. I just didn't have too much special content besides the Times Square thing, which was great. I tried to record as much as I could on that. But yeah, it's just an update on general what's going on, how the car has been treating me, how the truck. I think it has been a while that I didn't post one like that. So a couple more videos coming here soon with a couple different stuff, which I think you guys are gonna like it. I don't have any plans to take the car to any special place or so on and so forth. I really want to make sure that if I take the car to my first show with this configuration, I'll take you guys with me, and that's pretty much my goal. I will be at Corvettes at Carlisle. Like, man, it's almost in 4 weeks. This is crazy. 4 weeks for Corvettes at Carlisle. Well, I hope to see you guys there if you're gonna make it. But I'll keep you guys posted along the way. Make sure to follow me on Instagram though. I post more often there than here. And I'll catch you guys the next one. Never forget, enjoy your life and work hard for it.